So, my friend Seamus wanted me to do a vlog about the whole like craze with supplements, why people are so they kind of want to become supplement dependent, and he wanted me to throw out some examples of, you know, how just through your nutrition can you replace a lot of stuff like, you know, the pre-workouts or like post-workout protein drinks and all this. And I'm like really happy to talk about it. When you watch my video that I made about the supplements and stuff that I take, you can see that everything that I'm into, it's actually food-based. And the supplements that I'm into are all really for like gut health, for digestion, for immune system, and it's all like food-based one way or another. So here we go. Why do I think, and what's my opinion about people wanting to shell out money on supplements? Well, first of all, most everybody, even myself included to an extent, you know, you gotta take your money seriously. For some people, more than others, they can't take their body so seriously. So if they invest like $300–400 a month on magic powders, pills, and potions, then they have to like commit themselves to getting to the gym or getting to out to the track, or, you know, whatever mode of exercise they got, yoga, whatever it is, and then they're gonna go ahead and like take their detox pills and whatever they're doing. They're gonna take their pre-workouts and their protein, and like that's how they're gonna kind of like stay on track with stuff. So that's one reason. Another one, we're American, victims of advertising. The supplement industry is like a multi-billion-dollar one, and personally, like with all my time working in the fitness industry, I worked as a field rep for one of the largest wholesalers in supplements and wellness products in the world. Actually, I think they are actually like the biggest at this point. They've done nothing but grow and grow and grow. Anyhow, so I would show up, and this is like one funny story I'm going to tell you. I showed up at a location that I had to handle for this company, and the kids who were running it, they were like the same age as me at the time, maybe a little bit younger, but these guys, they had their shirts off, and they're like checking themselves out in front of some of their like customers, and I just like, laughed about it, because I am not into working out for vanity. I work out because, you know, I got no life, and it's a stress reliever, whatever. I have a bunch of reasons why I work out, but attracting girls and intimidating guys is not a reason why I work out. So, and I was actually dieting at this point, so I was like, you know, under my clothes, I was actually looking, you know, pretty cut up. So I walk in, these guys are like flexing and doing this whole like ego trip thing on each other, and I come in, I just start laughing at them, and they're like, "Take your shirt off, man. Let's see what you're laughing at. Come on." And I'm like, no, I don't want to embarrass you. And eventually, like, yeah, sure, I took my shirt off and I embarrassed the hell out of these guys. All their customers in the store stopped paying attention to the dudes who were running the place, put down what they were like, products they were checking out, started asking me like what pre-workout I take, started asking me like, you know, what fat burners I'm on, and I'm like, dude, I'm eating codfish, swimming in sriracha with broccoli, I'm doing chicken breast 3 times a day with asparagus and brown rice or quinoa, and I'm sleeping on point. Like, that's what I'm doing, sorry. And so like, oh, and they like, you know, they're really let down. They're like, wait a minute, so it's not as complex as what the magazines make it out to be? Like, we don't have to use supplements as a crutch? It's like, no. So let's get to the other part of Seamus's question. If you're somebody who's eating low carb, high fat, nutrient timing is going to have a little bit less to do with how your day rolls. If you're eating low carb, high fat, then post workout, you want to have something that's like easy to digest, like cottage cheese, like low fat cottage cheese. It's got like some macadamia oil in it, or like you see me doing. I'll try to eat like fish or eggs post workout. Something that the body can assimilate very easily, and eggs are the easiest protein for your body to digest, because protein in and of itself, it is the hardest nutrient on the body to break down and use. That's one of the reasons why eating protein speeds the metabolism, like between, I think it's, the numbers vary, but I think it's something like between 30 and like 50% with most people, or sometimes like up to 80%. It can speed the a high protein meal will rev the metabolism. So the body has to work really hard to put that stuff to work, and that's why protein powders and supplements are so valuable. But eggs are where it's at. But nobody wants to feel like they're doing something magical with their body by cracking open a good old-fashioned egg. But the truth of the matter is that eggs are extremely gratifying to the body. Personal message me. I've got so many articles and proof, scientific and case studies that can prove this. Or you know what you should really do? Try it. Try eating between 3 to 6 whole soft-boiled eggs post-workout, and get back to me. Or scrambled with hummus and some gluten-free toast. That, when I had carbs in my diet, that was a really good meal to have. Anyways, so yeah, so that, like something like sardines, salmon, cottage cheese, fish, those are really great sources of protein. Carbs post-workout, you want to have something that's high glycemic and again very easy to digest. So jasmine rice should be at the top of the list. Honey again, because it's pretty valuable to have an insulin spike if you're, especially if you're a guy, get the human growth hormone production going. What else we got going on? Pre-workout. What's a good pre-workout meal? If you have carbs in your diet, like I used to, I found that I had to eat carbs if I was gonna have like a carb up meal close to my workout. It really had to come no less than 40 minutes and no longer than like an hour and 20 minutes before my workout. And one of my favorite things to eat would be dates and like, again, cottage cheese or something. So you don't want your stomach working really hard before or after you work out. So you want your easy to digest proteins coming in first thing in the morning, right before or sometime before you work out, and then right after you work out. And then your chicken, your steak, or stick with eggs all day if you want to. I totally encourage that. Have your more sustainable, slow digestive proteins. Have those coming in sometime between morning workout or post-workout and evening or at evening. Yeah, like that's another thing. Like, what the hell is this craze with like casein? I'll tell you what the whole craze with casein is. Casein itself is a garbage throwaway protein that it's a byproduct of manufacturing higher grade proteins, and they figured out how to sell it. Like, so you're paying to take away their garbage. It gets knotted up and lost in your system. I'll make a whole nother video about just the marketing schemes of like why pre-workouts are so stupid and why the supplement industry like started making pre-workouts. I'll make a whole video on that if you want. Ask me, I'll tell you. And then like the whole casein thing. Like people will ask me like, so what's a good protein to have before you go to bed? And I'm like, can of tuna fish, a few eggs, piece of filet with like a pat of butter on top. What do you want me to tell you? Like, how's that not protein? You're getting protein and tons of other good stuff. Like, just because you didn't shell out some money for something that's coming in this like, you know, this like multicolored container, it's your body's not going to use it. No, your body wants to go with something natural. Okay, so Seamus, I hope this answered your questions. Some naturopath supplements that you want to get into and take, definitely the digestive enzymes, definitely a probiotic, brewer's yeast, all the stuff that worked for the weightlifters or fitness gurus that were around like in the 40s and 60s, people who actually had like health and well-being, everyone who had it figured out. Guess what? We didn't evolve too much between then and now. So what worked for them is going to work for you. And you should really run to what people were doing in the 40s and 50s, because they didn't have all the chemicals and shit in their food. They're distorting the body. And they also weren't pumping the drugs into their body that athletes are today. So if it worked for Dave Draper and all these guys who like weren't on all the gear that the guys are on today, then it's definitely going to work for you. Pay attention more to that. So whole eggs, liver, sustainable fish, or, you know, school fish. I talk about how sardines are less pollutants and toxins are in them than the big fish. I'm cutting out swordfish, regretfully. I love swordfish. Swordfish, Kerrygold butter, and mac nut oil. Oh my God, it's so good, so good, so good. But yeah, I gotta stick to smaller fish because there's less pollutants. But yeah, that's all that. If I missed anything or if I got sidetracked on something, let me know. I try not to make my videos too long. Like and comment the video. I'm gonna make one talking about who the cornerstone of the supplement industry is, why pre-workouts aren't really worth your money, and why it's pretty much a marketing ploy like most other things in this country, and why casein. I'll talk more about that. And don't get offended if you're somebody who's been shelling out money on the casein and all this stuff. But all right, like and comment the video, and we'll talk to you, Seamus. Bye.